Transformers Cyber Battalion Shockwave. In alt mode, Shockwave is very clearly a robot folded up into a spaceship. Not that it's terrible, it's just simple. Of note is Hasbro's use of that silver paint I like, as well as two separate shades of purple. A neat little detail is the inclusion of a landing gear underneath the front of the ship. There's nothing remarkable going on here, though the alt mode serves its function, and it gets a score of 7. Shockwave's transformation is easy peasy with everything moving intuitively, and I'm giving it a score of 7. In robot mode, Shockwave looks every bit like an update of his G1 self. His face is spot on with its yellow eye and silver, ears. He's also got an awesome silver-bordered Decepticon symbol tampographed on his chest. He's got his right hand painted in a different shade of purple to mimic the fact that the G1 toy had translucent purple appendages, and there's a gun on the end of his left arm. Though he looks really nice, there are pieces left over from his alt mode that hang from the insides of his legs, and the kibble looks unwieldy. There's no real backpack to speak of, as it's just the folded up wings from his alt mode, and they do a great job of pressing close to his back. Robot mode is where the figure shines brightest, and I'm giving it a score of 9. Articulation isn't great on this figure. Head will do a 360-degree rotation with no up and down movement. Shoulders rotate via a mushroom peg that's hindered by the backpack. They also swivel outward due to a pin hinge. Elbows will bend just about 90 degrees. His hips will go back and forth with another pin hinge here for swivel. A mushroom peg at the knee will allow for swivel but no bend. And finally, due to transformation, you have some movement in the feet. Unfortunately, and specifically because of the lack of bend in the knee, there aren't a lot of poses this guy can get into. It's rather limiting, and I'm giving articulation a score of 6. The only real gimmick here beyond transformation from one mode to the other is the amount of toy you get for your dollar. Coming in at about the same price as a deluxe, you're getting a roughly Voyager-sized figure. Of course, the limited articulation I spoke of earlier, combined with the hollowness present in his arms and legs, accounts for the smaller price tag. It's not perfect, but you're still getting a good value for your money, and thus I'm giving the gimmick a score of 6. Shockwave's overall score is a 7. Alt mode is functional, if not really special. Transformation is very simple. Robot mode shines, while articulation most definitely does not. Gimmick is, well, a little ideological. Mildly recommended. This figure is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, it has the simple engineering inherent in the Cyber Battalion line. On the other hand, it's one of the best representations of classic G1 Shockwave as an actual transformable figure that we've gotten, and it'll hold its place on my classics shelf until something better comes along. If you can get by its simplicity, I'd say it's only logical to go out and get this figure. It would not be rash to subscribe to my Turbo Reviews.